One. And we are live. Welcome back to another episode of the Hooper Story Podcast. Where we put basketball in proper perspective. I ain't said it in a minute, but I'm Diddy Knows Ball. I'm here with Ray, here with Chris. And it's a lot to talk about. We got the NBA draft lottery. Mavericks just won it. We got the playoffs, second round action. Ray, what's up with you, man?
Yep.
So right now, game four, East semis, Boston, New York. New York is up 113, 104 with 2:33 to go. We're recording this at 9:04 Central Time, 8:12. So yeah, I'm be in and out the game. Jalen Brunson just hit a crazy three. Man, so it look like the Knicks is finna be up 3-1. That's what it'll be.
Yep.
And it's crazy because I was making the graphics when the Celtics was up 12, and I had the series tied. Oh, that's crazy. I think it's safe
Another
to assume
lead
they.
that they just lost.
Yep, we're gonna get into it because let you tell it. What's going on with the Pacers and the Cavs? The craziest thing in the playoffs right now, but it is what it is. So, uh, I guess I'll wait for Chris before we start talking about the draft lottery, since he does have Cooper Flag as his profile picture. But Knicks, Celtics, Ray, what does this mean if the Celtics lose this series?
Man, I don't know. Good-
This nigga
I
Tatum is
think,
being carried. Do you see Tatum being wheeled out right now? It's not funny at all, but he being wheeled out. The back. This shit's done. Can we finally get Jaylen Brown out of Boston?
If Tatum getting wheeled out, why would we do that?
You said what?
If Tatum getting wheeled out, why would we do that?
I'm talking about next year.
Man,
Come on, bro. It's too redundant, bro. There's no point in having Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum because,
what's
like
the
what the Knicks is showing us, you go get two wings that can defend them. They have nothing to do. All they try to do is mismatch hunt. That's all they
what's
try
the
to do.
yeah, but was
but
it
Huh?
redundant last year?
what's your proposal again for Jalen Brown?
I
Oh yeah,
I said Jaylen Brown to the Cavaliers for Jared Allen and Darius Garland. That's a win-win trade because
Why is
now
that?
Donovan Mitchell, he needs a backcourt mate that can play some fucking defense.
But on the other
And
side, Boston has seen perform in the playoffs. Why is that something you feel like, okay, yeah, I'm willing to take that risk, even though he don't always show up in the playoffs?
I'll say this: you said Jaylen Brown don't always show up in the playoffs. What you talking about?
Harlan.
Oh, you
I
take
said,
the risk
why
just
should
because the youth,
he
the
so?
youth, the youth. You got to replace Drew Holiday anyway, and you got to replace Al Horford anyway, and then you don't know what's going on with Porzingis like that. So you bring in Jared Allen for Porzingis and Horford supplement, and then you bring in Darius Garland to supplement what eventually will be a fall off from Drew Holiday. And then if you pair him in the backcourt with Derek White, it should work out to where Derek White could guard those backcourt spots, and you just will hope Darius Garland stay healthy. You know, I don't know what would be a better package for Jaylen Brown. My thing is, it's not that I'm anti Jaylen Brown in Boston. It's just I don't know. They got their championship.
and they can't win more.
You can so are you suggesting they run this
That's
back
their
after
only
losing?
real shot. I feel like
Would you say right? You going in and out again?
Now I was saying, winning back to back was really their best shot.
Exactly. I just and it's like people, man, you don't break up the Jays. You don't do this. Man, just try to make a better team around Tatum. I just think it's limitations to what you can do with Tatum and Brown. Just stylistically. You can't run no offense outside of one on one. It's like the Kawhi and Paul George offense. It's a one on one offense because both of us do the same thing. We similar sizes, similar builds, similar play styles, huh?
What offense do you want them to be running?
I'm okay. So what do you suggest? Keep Jaylen Brown, try to run this back next year?
Why not? I mean, they do just fine. You know, they had a down. They had a down. They 2 20-point leads from being right back.
And then they're finna lose again. What? What are we doing here? The two 20-point leads. Okay, I get okay.
If anything, that's on coaching. Why are you still chucking threes when you're up 20?
What else can they do?
Take layups. Get to the basket.
That's
Ain't no
easy to
point
say
in
it's been
taking
done.
threes repeatedly when you're up 20.
Bring in a point guard, bring in a lob thread. Let's just literally just try something else. We've been doing this for 8 years.
A point guard who's still going to be handling the ball.
If Darius Garland there, Jason Tatum will let him handle the ball. He let Derek White and Drew Holiday handle the ball sometimes. I just want to see some switch. I just want to see something different, bro. I want to see if they could make it into something different. We've never seen outside of the Kyrie year Tatum with a point guard that can create for himself and others. And then you get a lob threat in Jared Allen, and then you got to think about it. Porzingis not getting no better, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. Al Horford just looked the worst. He fell off the damn map. Al Horford was bad this series. I'm just saying, if you was ever thinking about getting off Jaylen Brown, now's the time. Or you could go trade him for Jalen Johnson, and who else would you want from Atlanta?
Clint Capella.
That's not enough.
I want Onyeka, but they're not finna give me him.
They give you him. If I be like, man, nigga, I'll give you Jaylen Brown. You got research, and some other stuff.
They got
Nah, Trey and Jaylen Brown. I've been wanting to see that. Well, nah, actually, I wanted them to swap out.
Go to Rockets. You talk about that? Get Jabari Smith. Get
Jaylen Brown.
point guard,
Go
but
ahead.
you're not gonna get a point guard necessarily unless you get like Reed Shepard and hope he gets better.
But see, nigga, if I'm the Celtics, all I want is a man. I want a man Thompson.
Yeah.
And Jabari Smith. But that's no, Rockets would be dumb as hell. I like Jaylen Brown, but then it's just like you not bringing him in because a men Jaylen Brown, Tari East and Jabari Smith and Single. But I don't know. I would like Jaylen Brown in Houston, depending on who they get to keep and who got to go. But
yeah, I feel you.
Let me say, well, the Knicks Pacers. How y'all feel about that? Knicks Pacers rematch in the conference finals?
Well, yeah,
because it just went final.
I got a clip to post here. But yeah, I think that's interesting. You know, it's a throwback series. You know, Tyrese Haliburton for the embodied Reggie Miller.
Bro, why do we got to do this? Why do we got to do this, man?
What?
What's up? The front running of Tyrese Haliburton is just utterly ridiculous. And Ray, you were doing all that talking and you so quiet. Oh yeah, I'm cooking. I'm bringing the pot. You say when you know how to fish. What?
Hey, Ray was talking.
He was doing a lot of talking. And he on
I don't
hush
gotta do
mode
no
right
talking
now.
now.
You said what?
I ain't gotta do no talking now.
Oh, so Knicks versus
Guess
Pacers
what?
potential Eastern Conference Finals. Now you don't
Guess
want to
what
do
I'm
no
getting
talking.
to right now?
You said what?
That's what Indiana doing right now. They getting ready to pack their bags and go on to the next round.
Man,
That's what Indiana doing. Cleveland, they gonna be just at home.
what's
That's what's
more?
wrong. They ain't gonna pack
Hold
no
on.
bags. They ain't going back to Indiana.
Hey, hold on. Darius Garland said they done came back. Their franchise done came back from 3-1 before. He said they fit.
Darius Garland needs to shut up. Like he
I
literally
don't know
needs
why.
to shut up.
All people that should have said something. I don't know why he said something.
Last one to say anything about anything. Because even when he came back, he was looking all right. He just he just pushed Benedict Mather and really talked him into getting that 4 or 5. But like Darius Garland, I'm done with him. Like Donovan Mitchell, my boy, and it hurts me to see him have to play with,
This dude
with
tried to
Darius
bring
Garland.
up a he said, this ain't the first time my franchise. Like, bro, none of y'all was in the league when that happened.
Don't do that. Tristan Thompson was there.
You
Dude, he
crazy.
was crazy.
That is true, but you crazy for that. You crazy for that, but that is true, I guess.
I'm just saying, bro. Who was
Man,
what's more?
I forgot they wasn't even on the team still.
What's a more surprising loss, and where's the narratives going? Celtics and Cavs. Who y'all think gonna get killed in the media more?
If I'm big,
Did we did did Cleveland not just win 60 plus games?
it should be Cleveland, right? Because they won 60 plus games and they were playing
Like at
what
one point
DJ
they was the
called,
number one team in the whole league.
yeah. And they calling them the fraudulent Pacers. Like they were playing the fraudulent Pacers.
I set y'all up. It's the Celtics, easy man.
I know
The
you go see
Cavaliers,
the Celtics, but
these dudes wasn't playing. The Cavaliers wasn't playing, bro. Y'all go leave out all context. Okay, yes, the Pacers look like they might move on, but y'all don't do this. It's just fit Ray narrative and Chris. I don't know what you got going. You literally was on here before we went live, and you said you got more respect for Donovan Mitchell because he's having to carry. A lot of these dudes was out. Celtics don't have no excuse.
I said that, but I did say that, but I'm saying people when they look at it, the
I mean,
Cavs 60 games, and they
I
did blow them 2 games in Cleveland.
I just never heard the word carry be used when you losing.
You know what the hell I mean, man. You know what the hell I mean, man.
Nah,
So
I figured Celtics wise, it is kind of embarrassing. You were up 22 times. Nah, man, come on. At home, y'all losing like that too?
the Knicks, if they resume going into the conference finals was more impressive than the Pacers. Yep. Not debatable.
And
Dude,
nobody,
y'all, huh?
yeah, I was gonna say my bad. And
No,
nobody
no,
believed in the Knicks because they lost to every good team in the regular season.
We didn't give them a chance. Ray, you was hyping up the Pacers, so
hey, thank you for proving my point. Beating Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs does not raise you anywhere. Beating Joel Embiid in the playoffs does not elevate you anywhere. It's certain guys that are superstars in the league, and they really frauds at superstars. But when you beat them in the playoffs, it don't elevate you nowhere.
and Haliburton is not a fraud. He done got the red carpet rolled out to him to yet another Eastern Conference Finals, and he's not a fraud superstar. He's averaging the triple
Take away his
single round
performances
this
in
month.
game one and two, they getting swept.
You said what?
You take his game one and two performances, they get swept.
I'll be honest.
Game two was not impressive.
Game 2, he did show his tail. But I didn't. What you
So
mean?
his deal against Ty Jerome and Sam Mary?
At the end of
Ray
the
was just up here talking about how Ty
game,
Jerome went 2-14.
EJ, when it mattered though, he won them that game, and I can't take that away from him.
A game that y'all should have been whooping their ass. They
As
was
much as I wouldn't like to, come on, he won them that game.
That's fine. But I'm saying y'all letting it just because it was a
Yeah, but
spectacular
you
finish
killed the Pacers for barely
overlook it.
beating
They should have won that game. The game that they won, they should have won it. Just
And
because
they
they won it in
did.
spectacular fashion don't mean nothing to me. They should have won it. 3 of their top 5 players didn't play.
I would have killed him if they lost, but he
So,
did what he was supposed to
hold on
do.
a second. Hold on a second. I got a question then. The same game they were supposed to win, you said I'd rather see all their best players out there. All their best players was out there last game, and they was down at one point by 40 points. That's what I was talking about. Who cares? We seen their best players play before, and they underperform.
Didn't the Cavs blow them out too while they was fully healthy?
Ain't the Pacers up
Okay,
3-1?
you hanging on one blowout win against for
Ain't
the
the Pacers
Pacers,
up 3-1? You talking about one win versus we
and
got 3
now
wins.
here we go. You say I clearly see why you are rooting for Haliburton and the Pacers. You was a front runner fan.
DJ, two of the games,
You got,
the
bro.
Pacers won.
Sometimes you gotta just, man, accept your L. You was wrong. You trying to dipsy doodle and skip around all these different,
This
man.
nigga said
They
dipsy doodle.
losing. There's nothing you can say at this point that's gonna help your argument. You said they was gonna lose in 5. You sounded like me when the Lakers was playing the Timberwolves. It's about to be the other way around.
Chris, what you saying?
Two of them games, they won them games. The Pacers won them games. That game one, what was the excuse? Because a couple guys went down, and so now it's just over. No, they won that game. Now game 2, I give you that kinda, but Haliburton did make them win that game. He won that game, so I can't criticize him for doing what he's supposed to do.
I'm not saying you and Ray are wrong, but I'm saying Ray bragging about it is front running.
How am I bragging about something I called out before the series started?
I ain't even heard what they said, but DJ,
I'm the only one that was bigging up the Pacers before the series started. Every one of y'all said Cleveland was about to kill them dudes.
And then their players didn't play. Garland missed 2 games. Okay. You're right.
Now, since my prediction is wrong, I'm gonna use excuses. I don't want to hear that.
I'm not using excuses. I'm saying you're front running.
How am I? What has changed about my stance?
Game 1 and 2. Which one of them games weren't they?
I've been picking Pacers since the first round. What am I front running about? I've been doing this since last year. I ain't changed my stance on the Pacers.
You got
this year, man, I don't got that much trust in them. No, I still been saying Pacers every round. That's not front running. You been front running if anything. You hoping that they gonna fail and it don't happen.
Like I said, they got the red carpet rolled out to them now.
Man, you can say whatever you want to say. At the end of the day,
what the Knicks are doing, impressive. What the Pacers are doing, it's what they're supposed to do. You could be happy and jolly and click your feet about it, but this was supposed to happen with all the injuries.
Was playing against Cleveland right now and was going off, you'll be saying
Haliburton not going off. Haliburton not going off. Don't do that. Stop it. This nigga just had 11-5-5, and you just
based on your logic, it wouldn't matter. You should have supposed to be doing this.
Haliburton stinks, bro. And it's just like he's not doing nothing spectacular, bro.
The fact that game 2 was not.
Wait, are you complaining about him having 11-5-5 in a blowout?
Yes, I'll be honest. I would.
He was supposed to take the ball out of Obi Toppin hands.
I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking, are you complaining about him having 11-5-5 in a blowout? Because DJ, we can't start doing this. Hold on. If it was any other superstar that was able to get away with a win with 11-5-5, we would have been like, oh, he got to take a night off tonight. Everybody else was eating. He had to do too much of nothing. We can't start switching up just because this is a light-skinned nigga that you hate. We cannot start switching up.
Nope. Let me share my screen. Because
look at this.
No,
I don't need to see this.
Look at this.
DJ.
Yes, you do. He's at 7-4.
So, look.
This is ridiculous. This is literally.
Hold on.
The Pacers are winning, but this is ridiculous. Go ahead.
The only thing that you are doing, because I already know what you're doing, but me and you have already had a conversation about this. I am not no Tyrese Haliburton. I ain't none of that. But we cannot sit here and get mad at. So the only thing that you can. So I will give you this. Pull up the stats for Game 3. What was Haliburton's stats for Game 3?
Okay, let me see.
The first game they lost against Cleveland. What are those stats?
He did not play good.
Yeah, let's see them.
You said stats in Game 3.
Game 3, the first game that they lost to Cleveland. What was Tyrese Haliburton's stats?
Haliburton that boy had 4 points, 2 for 8 from the field.
Kill that.
No, that's most definitely egregious. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, kill that. I'm not going. I don't care about the numbers he had in Game 1, or the numbers he had in Game 4. Like I said, and again, that is what I kind of expect him to do. He is not going to be one of them players, like you said, Obi Toppin going off. I'm not going to take the ball out that nigga hands. I'm going to let him go off. I done beat these niggas' ass and had a pedestrian damn near triple single.
But
see,
this is what.
Let me see if I get DJ's thinking. He's saying that's not even a pedestrian triple. That's just his normal output or whatever.
DJ must be one of these people that had this nigga Tyrese Haliburton overrated, because I'm still trying to figure out what is this rating. Can somebody go tell me what this nigga's 2K rating is? Because I need to know.
Hold on, Chris. Go ahead, because I guess y'all can't hear it from me. Chris, go ahead, because I think he's going in a direction that I guess I can't articulate it. Go ahead.
I mean, are you saying that one, Tyrese Haliburton doesn't necessarily put up superstar stats on a nightly basis to be whenever he has a quote unquote off night for it to be considered pedestrian or an off night? It's just his technically normal nights or whatever. And you don't think he should be getting the superstar treatment that he gets and face of the Pacers and the face of the playoffs or whatever for the Eastern Conference when he has other guys doing just as much as he's doing and playing better than him in your eyes?
Yes, he's averaging 15, 7, and 4. I've never heard that being praised ever in life. He's like 4th on his team in scoring.
Man,
in this whole
all I'm saying is we have seen players.
No.
Hold on.
Tackle that. 14, 7, and 4. Tackle that as a superstar.
Now,
but DJ,
as a star, not a superstar, as a star.
Hold on.
Look what he
I
did
hear what you're trying to say, but DJ, the numbers that he was off.
Points. Go ahead.
You have to again. The only game that I will say kill him on is Game 3. He played bad, but if we're gonna be realistic, he didn't even have to get his normal mediocre average for them. So what you're saying and what you've been saying, you are right. There are other players that step up when he does not have to in moments in the game. But like I told you, he is going to close every game. He is going to close.
Y'all aren't saying none of this to Ray. Why are y'all aiming this at me? Ray,
you said what?
Y'all gotta aim this at Ray. Everything y'all saying, I get it. It's Ray
that
said Haliburton is a star, said he's a superstar. This nigga's averaging 15 points.
Hold on, Ray called him a superstar?
Yeah, Ray has been talking about Haliburton.
Hey, but let me ask you this and push back on your Game 4 criticism, because you want true point guards in the league. If his other guys are going off and he's allowing them like a point guard should be doing, why are you mad at him for that?
And Chris, I need you to go back and listen to the stuff I've said. I said that Tyrese Haliburton is really a true point guard in the league, to where he may not lead his team in scoring, but he's going to be the face of the league. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he's just out there. Nobody else on his team got picked to be on a goddamn USA Olympics team. And it's like, you got to think about it, bro. It's a small market. It's the Indiana Pacers. They just need somebody to be good, and they're gonna make them the face of the league. I guarantee you right now, had the Haliburton trade not have gone down with Sacramento to swap him as Sabonis would be the face of that franchise right now. And DJ would be shitting on that nigga too. It's Indiana, bro. It is Indiana. Let's
I'm
just
living
keep
in
it
the
up.
twilight
Who?
zone.
Hold on,
I'm
hold on,
living in the
hold on.
twilight zone.
Who was the last real face of the Indiana Pacers who was like a legit dog that was leading their team in points? Y'all already know who it was.
Paul George.
Exactly. Who have they had since him? Indiana just needs somebody to call their
Chris,
face.
you're yelling at me.
No,
But
I'm
you're
not
not
yelling
calling
at
out.
you.
No,
I'm not
I'm
yelling at you.
saying, I'm asking, why is any of this aiming at me? Y'all just said I'm right. Y'all been saying I'm right. Ray hasn't said nothing, and he's been calling Tyrese Haliburton a star, when we just all said it's been the role players.
He's a star, but he ain't a superstar.
Nigga, 14, 7, and 4. You was just the guy. What Steve Smith said, man, you was just the guy. No, we not doing it. He had a spectacular finish in game 2 to a game where the Cavaliers missed 3 of their top 5 players, and Donovan Mitchell went for over goddamn 40. But Haliburton got the front runner credit.
What Donovan Mitchell should have done, got 50 and put the game away, but he didn't do that. He allowed Haliburton to put the game away.
At some point, the truth has to be told, man. Haliburton is a jag, man. He's just a guy, bro.
Hey, bro.
I don't care how many times he walks into the Eastern Conference. Bro, hell no. 15, 7, and 4 is as average as it's gonna get for a point guard, bro. I don't give a damn about none of that other. No, y'all is killing me.
I mean, you can literally almost say though, DJ, and I'm not trying to like compare the two. I'm not trying to compare them, but you can almost kind of say that he kind of took the Chris Paul role in Phoenix, except like Haliburton's Devin Booker may be a different player on any given night. Because we saw that Chris Paul was letting Devin Booker, that championship year when they went, we saw that Chris Paul was letting Devin Booker go to work. But when came crunch time, who had the ball in their hand? Chris Paul never was the leading scoring person or nothing like that. And again, me and you've had the same conversation over and over. I'm going to keep comparing him to Steve Nash in his Phoenix Sun years. He never had to be the best player, but we knew who had the ball in crunch time, who was going to be trying to make the clutch shot at that time. So I get what you're saying though, because of just the spotlight. No, hold on. I get what you're saying though, because of the spotlight that's put on him. But in the same breath, can we really say that's his fault? Is it really his fault?
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Listen.
No. Because
Haliburton.
what did you say?
Listen.
You said
14, 7, and 4. Andrew Nembhard. 13, 8, and 4.
What boosted him up? What did you say? The thing that boosted him up to this stardom, to this fandom, to where I guess he feel like he could talk like this.
Ray, the fact that you ducked this conversation is beautiful work. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it's egregious, man. Because
I'm sitting here waiting on the Eastern Conference Finals, man.
Because Chris, white boy Chris and Chris, my beef ain't with y'all, bro. It's not like
it's because of what Ray been saying.
Yes. This man has been talking up Haliburton like Haliburton is literally finna kill.
Okay, because me and you done already had our individual one-on-one conversation. I already told you what Haliburton.
Yes. Look at this, but look how close. Remember, I was saying, bro, Nembhard is right there. They're literally Nembhard is 13 points, 8 rebounds. Let me see if I can put.
I'm telling you, bro, this is Steve Nash with the Phoenix Suns. Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, Shaq. This is the same. I see the same thing.
Look, Haliburton is 14, 7, and 4, right? Andrew Nembhard is 13, 8, and 4. Like, that's not a big deal, man. And it's I don't know, bro. Ray. We gonna see in the Eastern Conference Finals because we gonna have to move on. But
finals that we gotta do a wellness.
Hey, man.
Like I said,
you said that Haliburton make it to the finals.
Man,
he gotta say the Pacers now. It's the
Go check.
Pacers,
Oh,
man.
nah, nigga. If they make it to the finals, nigga, we ain't gonna hear to you till the football season start.
Bro, no, it's this because Ray trying to make it seem like I'm a Haliburton hater. I'm crazy.
You are.
No, niggas on his team just as good as
I'm
him,
not
man.
calling you. I'm not calling you crazy, but you are a hater.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. I don't like him. He's
Hey,
front
but
running.
see,
He
this is
taking
my
all the
thing though. Like,
shine.
don't get me wrong. Haliburton, he do
What
talk.
shine did he take?
But in the same breath, bro, I'm not gonna
What
hold
shine
you. I think Haliburton knows his role. I don't think Haliburton is out here trying to say, "Oh yeah, I'm the best nigga on the team." Like, yeah, if you talk to him and he say, "Oh, who you think will win?" Like, of course, nigga, take yourself. I'm not gonna, but it's
13,
like
7,
we
and
literally
4,
seen this nigga be
13, 8, and 4,
humbled
14, 8,
in
and
the
4.
most way during the
Thank you.
U.S. Olympics, to where he posted himself personally. When you get an A+ for the class project, but all you did was participate, that nigga knows his role, man.
Y'all forgetting everything I said. I said Andrew Nimhard. What, Chris? What I say about Andrew Nimhard and Tyrese Haliburton?
Yeah, you was trying to say that Andrew Nimhard was just as good as Tyrese Haliburton. I think that is kind of crazy to say, but I watched that game too, and for like 90% of that third quarter, it was Nimhard with the ball doing almost everything, and Haliburton was getting face guarded.
These stats are pretty much the same.
But when
Nimhard is 13, 8, and 4. Haliburton is 14, 7, and 4.
You talking
but
about
when
the
it
game
Like
when
I
mattered,
said,
Nemhard was going off again? You talking about when Nemhard was getting
no,
going
for
like
the series,
how
for the
what,
series,
that
we gonna
third
have to
quarter?
move on. Y'all is killing me, man. This is crazy.
y'all see
Was
this
out there?
dude?
Who was out there? Jared Allen off the dribble. Like what are we talking about, man?
I'm gonna
Okay,
hit
Why
we
would
that right
Halliburton
Ray.
get in between that? If they gonna keep switching up, if they gonna keep switching up Jared Allen on Nemhard, why would Halliburton get in between that? That's IQ. Why would I take the ball out of your hand? You got a center on you.
Man,
Hey,
man.
Like you be trying to hate. You be trying. You want to talk about. I always like the full
This nigga's a
context of things.
jag, man.
Was you watching the game?
Yes.
Hey, he up
What's
3-1.
on? Okay.
Your boy Donovan
We
about to be out the door again.
okay. One averaging 35, the other one averaging 14. It's cool though. It's cool. One that front runner, she cool. Okay. Jokic struggles. See, I did want to ask y'all about this second round because Ray brought up Jokic been struggling. All these damn stars been struggling from Tatum to Ant. Like they have games here and there, but I think this has been one of the worst superstar second rounds I've ever seen in my life. The role players have shined in second round, but the superstars have been bad. All of them. Am I tripping? I think this second round has been ass for the superstars.
I don't think you're necessarily tripping, but I mean that's what the teams are for.
No. What superstar has played good in the second round?
Tatum as late has played good.
Who?
Tatum as of late has started to play good, I guess. Brunson has played pretty good.
Tatum had one good game that he had to get wheelchaired out on me. Anthony Edwards had one quarter. Shea had one game. Jokic had one game. Everybody done played at least 4. No, these superstars have been terrible, bro. We've been talking about Aaron Gordon.
Halliburton
Derek.
been good 2 games.
He's averaging 14 points, 14 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. Amazing. The hell we doing here? Like I said,
But you
these
gonna brag on
stars.
other superstars averaging over 20 under 40?
I just said these dudes
I'm
been
saying.
trash too.
Hey,
So it's crazy, bro.
I feel you though. Like, yes, some of the superstars have been disappointing, but it is also what the team is for. I mean, Aaron Gordon has been stepping up. Westbrook has stepped up at times. You know, Jamal Murray has filled his role at times. Like,
Jay stepped up again.
yeah, like that's what your team is for. And then when it matters, when it matters, you give it your ball.
Being too nice.
When
When
you
we looked at Denver versus OKC, was we thinking about Aaron Gordon and Westbrook now? he was thinking about the two MVP candidates in SGA and Jokic, man. Them dudes have not lived up to the hype of the second round, man. Stop it. I get what you're saying. The team aspect is cool, but these stars have been trash.
Good as a team, and then when it matters in the big moments, who's doing the winning of the games?
Not Jokic.
I didn't say that for Jokic, but
Man, they 2-2.
Shea's hitting big shots in the fourth quarter. Tyrese Haliburton is hitting big shots in the fourth quarter. Jaylen Brunson is hitting big shots in the fourth quarter. Like these guys are hitting clutch shots, big time shots. Now Aaron Gordon's not a star, but that boy hitting some clutch shots. Jokic ain't done that yet, but then that time is coming.
He had a clutch game. He just had 40-20. What was that game 2? Or was that game 1?
Game 1.
Yeah. Game 1. He had 40-20 to pop it off. I'm not saying okay, because I'll give you Anthony Edwards. What was that game 3?
Game.
Yeah. I think it was game 3. He had 36 and he had that crazy third quarter.
Game 2, yeah. Game 3, yeah.
I think it was game 3 because they doing game 4 right now. Yeah. So yeah, I feel you on that. But nah, man, this has been a role player series. I mean, this been role player round. I mean, and I'm just a little disappointed. I expected more. I guess I would say, I just expected more.
Are you disappointed in the stars? Are you disappointed in the games as well, or are you just disappointed in the stars?
I think it's the stars, bro. Because it's like now I'm watching these games like it's work. Like it's the first round kind of like. Clippers versus Nuggets, that was superstar shit. Like Timberwolves versus Lakers at time, that was some superstar. But right now, it's kind of like
you
greedy
effort. I guess, but Nuggets, OKC hasn't been a good series.
Oh, them niggas shooting 30%, man.
Man,
really, everybody
coming down to who is gonna make that shot.
It's because they're bricking. They're bricking the whole game. They're missing shots. Ray, am I tripping? Or are the stars playing bad in the second round?
That Indiana Pacer game 2, goodness, that's a game.
No, that was good. You said what, Ray?
It ain't been looking too good.
Ray had a lot of criticism. I think it was for Ant that one night.
No, Anthony Edwards
he was just one of the few that I was just I was talking to DJ before we went live, but it's just, man, I just been noticing the pattern here. Like I was telling him, I said it's gonna be real hard to have anybody after like the KDs, the Stephs, the LeBrons after they retire, outside of Jokic and Giannis. It's gonna get real dark. It's gonna have to be a new generation that come in because these class of players that's playing right now, I don't know. They don't take they either too inconsistent, they don't take the game serious year round, or both.
I just think it's increasing parity. Like I get it that these stars not gonna be as good as the Kobe's, as the Currys. Like they're not gonna be like that. But you gonna have some dudes that's like on the KG level. Like if you look at the early 2000s, like it was Kobe and Duncan for sure, and Shaq. But then you still had the Garnetts, the Dirks, to where it's like they still gonna be like top 20, top 30
Garnett
players.
won the MVP. Garnett got to a Western Conference Finals. Like,
yeah.
Like who is the Garnett right now? Who is a Garnett level player?
In terms of
say Shea if he gets to the Western Conference Finals.
Yes. I'll say SGA is on that path to where it's like he's good enough to get an MVP. Even Anthony Edwards and Luka. Like, yeah, Luka kind of been looking a little ugly. But Anthony Edwards, Luka, and SGA, they probably ain't gonna end up in that higher end caliber, but they could be better than the Dames and the Melos. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Dame and Melo was NBA 70. No offense to them. Paul Pierce, Dame, Melo. It was NBA 75. But she's like, man, I think Luka, SGA, and or better than those tier of upper elite players. It's just
Tatum,
gonna be parity based. Go ahead.
Tatum. I guess you kind of got to put Tatum in there too, but
Yeah, put Tatum in there too. But seeing
damn.
him getting wheelchaired out like that, crying and shit, is like,
We didn't criticize D Wade when he dislocated his shoulder and was crying.
yeah. But ever since that Tatum Kobe text, everything he do now, I'm kind of like,
you just don't. You be
it
looking at
looks. Not,
Tatum sideways a lot, man.
yeah. Once you do something like that, bro, now I'm starting to think now you being too media aware. That was some media aware stuff, bro. That wasn't no natural. You're like, it's weird, bro. So now, like how Paul Pierce did it, like it was natural. It was funny, but it was natural. I think Jason. I don't know how natural some of this Tatum stuff be.
What you
Like
talking
I get
about?
he was really
Paul
injured.
Pierce did what?
He had the tail over his head.
Wheelchair
Nah,
now.
he thought that wasn't natural. Boy,
No, I
came out
think
there
he
like
just.
he was Rocky or something.
No, I think he naturally was dramatic. I think Tatum be damn near trying to curate this shit,
Moved on
man.
himself.
What?
I know what you talking about. Yeah. I don't know. I guess, but I mean, still, in that aspect, I think all of them, are in that same tier or can be in that same tier. And then can one of them elevate? Who knows?
I think what era was that, Ray? Where it was like all the teams, like in a 10-year span, it was like a different champion every year. Was it the 70s?
Yeah,
Like,
I think the only team that won back to back. I don't think
because
nobody won back to back in that era. Matter of fact,
I,
or was the Knicks won back to back?
they
I know
did they?
Supersonics went back to back. They only won one though.
Because I think it's gonna be an era like that. Because like, yeah, Walt Clyde Frazier was cold, Willis Reed was cold, but it's like the West Unseld and them was cold, but it's like, but everybody got a chance, and that could make up for the lack of star power, or towards gonna be actual parity. We don't know. Even us looking at the stuff right now, we really don't know who gonna win a championship now.
You know,
So I think no. Who you think?
whoever come out the West.
Man, I'm just not gonna automatically say that.
I don't. I may be wrong on that too, but
I'm not
I
gonna
don't.
automatically.
If the Pacers I'm sorry. If the Pacers make it to the finals, they're not winning.
The thing
Oh
the
no,
thing about
Pacers been the most efficient
yes,
scoring
Yeah.
they got they arguably have the best coach left, and they definitely
Yeah.
have the most depth.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. I guess
Because my
so.
thing, it'll be like when the Pistons won. It's a
But I don't
team
trust
effort.
Siakam. I don't trust Siakam and Haliburton when it comes to scoring. In I don't know.
They
We'll see.
scoring way. It's
Yeah.
like
We say, hey, I don't know why y'all still acting surprised. When they backs been against the wall, we've seen Halliburton and Siakam both step up to the plate.
No. Yeah. They literally bring them back, and they're never really out of the game.
Chris, all you need is a guy to hit a last second shot. I don't like Halliburton, but that nigga can hit a last second shot.
Yeah.
Like you just need the game to be close enough. They got a closer. Halliburton
Yeah.
is a closer. And then you got about 5 dudes that can get you 20 on any given night. They got the depth, they got the coaching, they got the style of play, they know who they are. They damn near battle tested at this point. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if they make a run, especially if they get the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
Our disagreement with the Pacers was, Chris, I've been saying this the whole time. I'm saying you are discrediting the depth that the Pacers have to uplift Haliburton. You're discrediting the coaching of Rick Carlisle to uplift Haliburton. The Pacers, it is what it is. They finna go to back-to-back conference finals. I don't like they star player, but I'm not gonna act like they not a damn good team. But you are giving Haliburton too much credit. That's where our beef come in at. My eyes do work. The team's good.
And
I've
what
been
was your
saying
prediction for the Cleveland and Pacers series?
I said the Cavs will win.
And now all of a sudden you trying to act like you just been saying that Pacers gonna have a finals team.
I'm not acting like I've been saying nothing
Did he not just say, Chris, I've been saying this? Did he not just say that?
about about how good the team is.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
They wasn't good enough to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they good enough to make it to the finals now. Okay.
Chris, you see how he just I gotta stay on one thing the whole time. I gotta live and die by some shit that the shit didn't change,
But you
man.
thought the Cavaliers
If
was good
they
enough to
they
make the
could beat the Knicks, right, Nard. It's about what's going on now. Damn what I thought.
finals? I'm saying,
Cavaliers end up.
did you think Cavaliers was ever good enough to make it to the finals?
I
Yes, he did.
mean, yes, if they would have ended up playing the Knicks.
You thought the Pacers
So you
were
think
worse
the
than the
Pacers is
Knicks.
better than the Knicks? Anytime Jalen Brunson is going against Mitchell, give me Brunson.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Ray. Okay. Okay, we T Wolves Warriors. This has to be the worst series going on right now, huh?
Yeah.
But I mean, the Warriors be putting their little gritty wins together or whatever. They make it interesting for a little bit, but really, I need Minnesota to go ahead and get this over with.
Every time I see Kevon Looney on the court, I'll be like, bro,
Man, I can't. I don't like.
Quentin Post.
I don't like Kevon Looney, but that's just me.
Come on, these dudes is bad, man. The thing about the Warriors is, bro, I can't stand Steve Kerr. Jonathan Kuminga, I think I've been saying this all year. Jonathan Kuminga like their third, fourth best player, especially their third most talented player. Getting DMP like for most of the play in and the first round, that shit was egregious,
Came
bro.
in instantly and made an impact.
Yeah.
Like Steve Kerr is just I can't stand him. That's another reason why I don't really like the Warriors. All these dudes is old, so they got built-in excuses and all them dealing with nagging injuries, and they just looking old, trotting up and down the court. Draymond, he got old man mouth. Like I'm sick of the Warriors, but Anthony Edwards needs to be better, and that's the only reason why the Warriors still in this series.
Do you think that the Warriors are a better team, right? And they beat a hard Rockets team, and it wasn't just because of inexperience. They beat a hard Rocket team, and they are a good team. And Anthony Edwards played a Lakers team that was like, they wasn't really a complete team yet. And so we just automatically assumed that they would just dominate the Warriors, but maybe the Warriors were playing a little bit better than we should have evaluated them as.
No,
No.
Anthony Edwards was sticking it up. The Warriors, they beat Houston and it was impressive, but they damn near lost to Houston. And Houston, bro, Jalen Green was abysmal. Literally one of the we literally voted him starting shooting guard
I
for the
see.
worst starters of round one.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be your best player. That's who was leaning on to be a best player. And we only lost by what was that, 6 games? Or was that 7? They lost in 6 or 7.
I want to say Warriors beating Houston was impressive.
That's what I'm saying. Not more impressive than the Timberwolves beating the Lakers for sure.
Okay.
This was
No.
one
I'd
of the
say
first times I
compared.
thought the second seed should have lost in the first round.
Yeah. Everybody was picking the Warriors.
Yeah.
I can probably count on one hand how many times I thought the second seed in the first round should lose.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
The thing with the Timberwolves is just Anthony Edwards. If Anthony Edwards is better, because with the way Julius Randle's been playing, the extension of Jaden McDaniels, the thing you remember when we was talking about Jaden McDaniels versus Dame. Now
Yes.
it looks like what they were defending, like what the Timberwolves fans were defending. Jaden Daniels is starting to turn into that guy.
Yeah. Because they
But
was no head.
But Anthony Edwards isn't doing what he's supposed to do. Timberwolves can match up with anybody in the league. They can go big, they can go small, and Edwards can go star for star. You know what I'm saying? They got good bench depth. So the Timberwolves could beat anybody. The only thing is consistency.
Yep. No, I agree.
Bro, this dude Kuminga is I can't stand
The
Steve Kerr.
layup he hit,
Yes. He just hit a step back. If Golden State wins this game, this is crazy how this second round is going. I'm really not. I'm really upset. It's annoying me.
So if
Kerr better let Kuminga keep this role even when Steph get back. Because
He's
he'll do
not.
that. Steph will get back in the lineup, and next thing you know, Kuminga get buried on the bench. I'm like,
it
how
Kerr's
they
took
not a
play the
good.
same position? How is he getting buried?
What
it
you
took
saying, Chris?
it took Jimmy Butler getting hurt for him to get a chance.
We talked about this. He broke Jonathan Kuminga. Now Kuminga rebuilding himself, and now he finna. It's just I can't stand Steve Kerr. I've been telling y'all this. I
He'll be
can't stand
out.
him.
He would stay ready.
I
Fucking
think
idiot.
Kuminga. I don't think his confidence ever got broken.
Well, I'm gonna say his rhythm got
Every
broken.
time his number called, he had. We always say, man, where this come from? He finally started getting some playing time again.
Nah, he was stinking it up that one game. What game was that? He was stinking it up that first game. He got some PT.
I mean, come on now.
Come on.
But I'm saying,
It's my
but I'm
first game
saying,
in like 10 years. Like I'm playing against NBA players that's been consistently getting minutes. I get minutes every blue moon. Of course,
but
my
that's what I'm
first
saying.
game.
He broke him. That's what I meant by saying he broke him. Like, damn, he's supposed to be. What's your third most talented player not getting burned? That's what I would been saying.
Man.
He's literally a second most talented player. Jimmy Butler just be out. Jimmy Butler just his
Well,
play
when
style.
he got finger rolled.
Jimmy Butler play style is over with. He wouldn't have been able to carry the Heat any damn way. Are we done with the Jimmy Butler being playoff Jimmy? Are we done with that? Can we retire that?
I don't think we can retire that until
He was
they
solid
lose.
last game. It was just Anthony Edwards was
Was
better.
he balling or was he just pretty good with more usage?
I think he's played. I don't think he's played bad at all. I think he literally helped them beat the Rockets too. So if they lose this series, I mean,
No,
the
he
Warriors.
stunk it up. Go
No,
ahead.
I never said the Warriors were gonna get Jimmy Butler and win the championship. Like I got this clip ready when when they lose, Draymond Green finna have to hear this clip of him saying they was gonna win. So, but you think if they put are they what? Just do you think if they push this far enough to get Steph Curry back, is this a thing? Is this a series or whatever? Or you don't really believe in that either?
Man, Steph Curry, bro, when he come back, he's not going to be able to move how he want to move. And then he's not going to be in rhythm like that. Even if he's good, he ain't going to be great, like what they need him to be to put them over the top.
They in these games without him. These ain't been no blowouts.
But you also got Anthony Edwards has been terrible. His best game was still terrible in terms of efficiency. He had a great third quarter, but we have not seen one good Anthony. Has Anthony Edwards even had a good game against the Warriors? You got to factor that in too.
Okay, I mean, when you gonna start giving them credit for doing that to him?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Can't none of them dudes guard no Anthony Edwards, man. Anthony Edwards is just I don't know what he's going through. I don't know if he the thing with Anthony Edwards that I noticed, if it's a series that he's supposed to win, he'll damn near get to looking bored, bro. Like he get up for the teams where y'all said they go beat us. Oh, okay, let me go out there because the who they beat the Nuggets. The Nuggets in the Suns last year.
Yeah,
Everybody was kind of picking the other team, and this year everybody was picking the Lakers. When last year, when everybody was picking the Mavericks, he was kind of like, no, they was picking the Timberwolves over the Mavericks. Remember that? They was picking Timberwolves over the Mavericks. When he don't do good from the front, basically what I think. Everybody picked against the Warriors. He don't seem like this fun. Ain't no Curry. I don't think he cares that much.
I guess I get that, but I still think he's probably going back to another conference finals.
They should. They losing right now though, but it's like they should. If they lose this game, and if Curry get back,
that's what I'm saying.
I think he'll turn up though.
Yeah,
I think he need motivation to turn up. Like he got to have his back against the wall. They got to start saying, "Oh, the Warriors might." Hey, like how you saying, "Hey, the Warriors got a chance." Huh? They got a what? That's when he go give you 40.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's always in your best interest to win and go up 3-1. So,
but I just don't think he that kind of hooper, bro. He ain't mature enough. What is he like? 23?
Yes.
what do they call that, Ray? He don't bring his work pail to work every day to play. Like, you don't get the best out of Anthony Edwards until people get the naysaying. Like, he's fueled off doubt because he's the most confident player in the league according to how you think he should be playing versus how he plays against uh teams that are favored against him. So he's fueled by that. And that's kind of to his detriment. Like, he's not consistent enough in his star ability to go out there and get it, whether he's predicted to win or the other way around. I think it's more towards the other side of it, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. You got to kind of got a point there. But, he's supposed to be that Michael Jordan killer, and Michael Jordan put him away.
Gotta learn. Man, Michael Jordan at this point in his career, at this age, that nigga wasn't even in he wasn't out the first round, man. So he was killing though, but man, killing in that first round.
Yeah.
Ray, how you feeling about the Timberwolves and just how they should approach it? Because I think, like I said, I think they got the second highest ceiling in the West right now, outside the Thunder.
Shoot. Um, I say they top three for sure because, like you said, you don't never know how consistent Timberwolves gonna be. Because even with this series, it should not be no close games, especially without no Curry. It should like what? It shouldn't be no back and forth going on. It should be a pretty one sided story. So the fact that I got a superstar player that you feel like, okay, he only gets up to play when it's another superstar across the other lines, that's not gonna cut it. I mean, you only play up to the competition level. And
That's what it is.
you gonna mess around, and find yourself in some trouble, losing to teams you shouldn't be losing to with that mentality.
Yes, that's basically what I was hitting on. Yep, y'all think the Timberwolves Nuggets? Because now it sounds crazy to say they second highest ceilings just because the Nuggets and how they've been playing. They damn near stole game 3. What was it, game 4? I already know these games be getting jumbled up. What was the
Nah,
last game?
they won game three. Game four was one. That was the last game just played. That was
Oh, yeah.
OKC didn't win.
They almost stole game 4. But it didn't happen. But you remember the Thunder was low key on they had. And then the Nuggets came back, ended up getting the lead late, but then the Thunder ended up getting again. Remember Chris was saying that's when SGA started hitting clear shots. But are we underestimating the Nuggets? Because Jokic had only one good game so far.
They ain't every one of these games. Just about. Except for the game 2, of course. But
Did we overestimate the Thunder?
I don't think I overestimated the Thunder. I thought they could very well go out in the second round. I didn't think it was out of the realm in the possibility at all. I didn't pick them. I mean, I picked them, but wouldn't be shocked if they went out in the second round.
Okay, question.
I mean, they going back to OKC now though, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's why game 3 is important for them.
Who y'all see winning this series?
I think Thunder win it.
I think Thunder probably win too. I think they figure out how to win at home, and that's important for them because. But them getting this last game in Denver when I didn't think they were going to get it at one point was big for them, and I think that may have been a turning point for them in the series. They actually could. They didn't allow themselves to get closed out by the veteran Nuggets. I think that could be a turning point for them in this series and in their contending journey.
I feel y'all going for the Thunder and thinking the Thunder. Man, Nuggets, man, that championship resiliency, that shit really might just be a thing, bro. Because Chet Hey, Chet ain't been doing nothing, bro. Ain't okay. Chet and J Dub both been kind of underwhelming. SGA has been underwhelming.
I
But
mean, yeah.
and we haven't even seen a good Jokic. So if the Nuggets can compete with them without a good Jokic, that's a terrible song. That's
But you
terrible, bro.
just said that we ain't seen a good OKC man core.
A bad OKC should be a. Have y'all? If Jokic plays bad, they're a play-in team, play-in level team. You see what happened
So
when
we
Jokic
gonna
goes to the
act, we
bench?
gonna act like his supporting cast hasn't been stepping up.
I'm saying, yeah, we got to stop with that because his supporting cast did
We
not
need a
play like
supporting cast
bums.
on OKC that stepped up.
All
You're
them
right, but
dudes,
that's the problem. That's all part of the problem.
all the Carusos and the Casey Wallaces and the Wiggins and Isaiah Joes.
Like they
When
stepped up defensively, but like from an offensive standpoint, uh,
But that's my problem. If y'all can't beat a team where Jokic is playing bad, and if y'all, hey, yes, y'all playing bad too, fine. But that's a problem. Because how many times Jokic go play bad? This is the worst we've ever seen Jokic in the playoffs ever. So how many times he gonna do this? So even so, y'all could be right, and I'm still right. Yes,
I'm
the
gonna
okay.
say this. I'm gonna say this. I've never seen a center on the level of a Jokic struggle against a Hardenstein.
Ray, let me go share the screen. Look at these numbers, man. Look at these numbers, man. Jokic. The dude is shooting 39% in the series, bro. Y'all can't beat him. He's shooting 39% and 21% from
Bill
three.
Russell won 11 rings. Shoot that percentage.
yeah, that was a different time.
Man, he also had like 8 Hall of Famers.
Oh
Them ain't
man,
got that. This is low key egregious. But you see what I'm saying? Like, Jokic has kind of been historically bad. 39% from the field from a center, 21% from three. Okay, see what you doing. Oh, this what they doing. SGA shooting 48%, but he's shooting 21% from three. J Dub shooting 37%, 20% from three. Chet shooting 40%, 20% from three. That's what's going on. So it's like, yes, y'all stopping Jokic and y'all still not winning is still a problem. Even if y'all playing bad, y'all shouldn't be playing bad. Who's lockdowns for the goddamn Nuggets, man? Where's these lockdowns? How y'all getting shut down like this? Basically, what I'm saying.
Brown.
Oh Lord, he good,
Hey,
but
I know. Hey, I know you seen that. I know you seen Westbrook lock up Shea. He said, "I'm the real star of OKC." He said, "I'm the face of this franchise. Who are you?"
You
He
got
been
Aaron Gordon, who nice on defense.
no, come on now. You can't act like
and none of these dudes are all defensive team. I get it. They good. Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, I get it what you're saying with Russell Westbrook. But I'm saying, bro, them solid defenders. Ain't none of these dudes should be doing what they
Playoff
30. All them dudes is
basketball.
shooting 30 and 20%. That's crazy.
DJ, you know better, man. This is playoff basketball. All that, all defensive player, all defensive team. That stuff go out the window.
But Ray, would you say Christian Brown's a great defender?
You don't have to be a great defender when you out there competing. Your
Mm.
game, when you are a competitor, your game elevates. That lets me know how much of a real competitor you are.
mm.
So if I'm average during the season, if I'm any type of competitor, if I got any type of pride about my game,
Y'all ain't see
I'm gonna
this
be
shit
better
coming.
than
Stop
usual.
it. Ain't nobody was like, man, I think Christian Brown, Westbrook now can stay in front of Jada. No, we was not
So
saying
the
this.
only players that play good defense or great defense in the playoffs are elite defenders. That's what you're telling me.
No,
In the history of the game, that's what you're telling me.
I'm saying, okay, C shouldn't be getting shut down by Denver. Denver defense is not like that, bro. They should not be getting shut down. I don't care what's going on. I don't care how
Name
it's
me
looking
these
right now.
all
It
world
shouldn't be
offensive
happening.
players that you want to be like. Name me them. J Dub is not all
Chet
world
and J
when it comes to
Dub damn near
offense.
for 40, 50, 90. For them to just be shooting 40 and 20 and 30 and 20. No.
So
I'm not
J
gonna
Dub
do
is
it.
J Dub about to just be all NBA first team, huh?
Ray
Other than
Nord.
Shea, name me somebody on their team that's just supposed to go out there and just get it whenever they feel
Ray
like it.
Nord. These dudes are super efficient. Chet is pretty much damn near 40, 50, 90. Chris, am I tripping? Chet and J-Dub, yes, they're not the great names. They're not the big name dudes. But them dudes
The same
are,
shit that
they
you've been dissing his whole
offensively, they got
career.
their name off efficiency. They're playing like ass, and it's Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook.
The same shit you done dissed his whole career. The one you said wasn't gonna be nothing when he was in college. That same shit. Now you expect him to do something? Because
You see how he
you wanted to fit
argues?
the
What are you
narrative
talking
now. Like,
about?
don't change up
What are
now.
you talking
Don't
about?
stop acting like you expect this out of shit when you ain't never expected him.
Calling him a role player.
You don't went back and forth. You don't went back and forth with Chris. I don't know how many times when Chris trying to show love to shit, and you talking about, man, that dude a role player, and now you want him to step up and be a star, and he ain't doing it, and now you wondering why.
I didn't say be a star. I said do what you was doing in the regular season. All I'm asking for you to do is translate what you've been doing.
And he been doing good.
No, he ain't. Nigga shooting 40% as a big, man.
Look, he's not a typical big, but
So when Jokic do it, hold on a second. So when Jokic
y'all
do
are
it,
stopping
hold on a
Jokic.
second,
We've
hold on a
literally
second.
established. We
Jokic
literally
doesn't.
established the Nuggets suck when Jokic is not in the game, and
Wait a
when
minute.
Jokic plays bad, they suck. But y'all to be making him shoot bad, and y'all still can't beat them because y'all are shooting bad is a problem.
Why is it that
The Thunder are the heavy favorites by all of us.
why is it that Jokic is getting shut down, but why is it Jokic getting shut down by is just playing bad and not getting shut down by Hartenstein? Why isn't that it can't be just shut?
The Thunder are the favorites. Y'all are doing y'all jobs. Y'all one of the best defenses ever. Y'all damn near won 70 games. The Nuggets shouldn't be fucking with these dudes, man.
Jokic is supposed to get shut down by Hartenstein, DJ.
Listen. No.
No.
Who picked the Nuggets? Who picked the Nuggets? Who picked the Nuggets out of us?
This got to be the first time I seen an all-time level player, because he's on the opposite end of, he's not a favorite to win, automatically gets no criticism because he's in a situation where he ain't supposed to win the series. What are you talking about here? Just because he ain't supposed to win, you ain't giving him no criticism? Y'all doing y'all job.
It's 2-2. I'm saying it shouldn't be 2-2.
You criticizing everybody but Jokic. Jokic
We
the
started
best
off
player
seeing the stars.
Jokic supposed to be the best player on the court. I don't care about the team. Jokic supposed to be the best player on the court, and you talking about some shit hungry.
Did we just not establish that all the fucking stars are stinking it up? Do we not just establish that you got 3 dudes on OKC playing like shit? We just established all it is. I'm saying, as the Thunder, almost a 70-win team, the best team in basketball, the best defense in basketball. Y'all are the favorites. Y'all are shutting down Jokic. Y'all are supposed to be winning this series.
If this gonna be your logic, if this gonna be your logic going forward, I don't want to hear you criticize LeBron James no more. Because for most of his finals, he was never the favorite. So I want to hear you.
I want to hear on something that we're not talking about.
But the thing is, now you're doing it with.
You always talking about what we was talking about then. You always go away from what we talking about now.
Now you're saying Jokic doesn't deserve any criticism because he's in a situation. Name me one criticism you said about Jokic.
You've been saying. You've been saying.
All you said was OKC doing what they're supposed to be doing. You didn't say anything about what Jokic ain't doing.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about that. I picked the Thunder. That's the perspective I'm speaking on. I said we already established. Literally, it's the thing. Jokic struggles. We've seen they
I ain't gonna lie, DJ. This is your worst argument ever. You burying yourself. You said because you picked Thunder.
Ray Nord, listen to what I'm saying.
That leaves no criticism for Jokic because you picked Thunder. That's your lie.
You're criticizing him. You can do that. You don't tell me who. I know Jokic is playing like ass.
That's crazy. That is great. You really rather get on. You rather get on. You said it's okay.
Listen to me.
You were saying it's okay for Jokic to get locked up by Hartenstein.
I didn't say
gotta play better. And they can't get locked up by Chris Brown. And they can't get locked up by Aaron Gordon.
Can I
Boy,
can I,
at
can
one
I,
point,
can I please speak real
at
quick?
one point, you was trying to compare Jokic to Shaq. If Shaq was
What are
out there
we
getting locked up
doing?
by
What are we
Harkenstein,
doing here?
nobody would be talking about no Shaq playing bad. We would be talking about Shaq getting locked up by Harkenstein. That's what we'll be
So
talking about.
so
That's what
y'all
we doing.
saying we don't put it in the damn description that Jokic has been struggling. I just said he's playing bad. But y'all are mad at me because I said y'all as the Thunder are
Name me
almost a
another
71.
big
Listen,
that
listen. No, hold
Hartenstein
on.
is
Man, I'm
locked
gonna mute
up.
you. Hold on, man. Listen, I understand what y'all are saying, but this is what I'm saying. We all picked the Thunder in this series. So I'm looking at it from this perspective. Why aren't the Thunder doing better in this series? Especially when the only reason why we say the Nuggets will have a chance against the Thunder is because Nikola Jokic is the best player in basketball, but they're making him look like shit. I'm not disagreeing with y'all on that, but I'm saying, why aren't the Thunder looking better? Because that's who I picked. They almost won 70 games. They said they were one of the best defensive teams in basketball of all time, right? The Nuggets defensively aren't up to par with the Thunder defensively. The team isn't as good as the Thunder's team. I'm looking at it from the perspective as the Thunder are the team that is dropping the ball. Because how the Nuggets doing all this with Jokic playing like shit? It is 2-2. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, I'm not letting Jokic off the hook, but I'm damn sure I ain't letting Thunder off the hook because we all picked them. They didn't won 70 games. Best defensive team in the league. Everybody said they finna skate to the finals. That's not happening. It's 2-2 with the Nuggets with a trash ass Jokic. Let's talk about that. That's all I'm saying. If you want to call out Jokic, you can do that. But I'm saying, Thunder, what are y'all doing? Jokic got his chip. Nuggets wasn't picked to even be in this series. SGA, you supposed to be on the come up. I picked you to be the MVP over Jokic. What the hell's going on with you and your team? That's where I'm looking at it from. This ain't got nothing to do with Jokic from at this point. Even though I'm acknowledging Jokic is playing like shit. I acknowledge Aaron Gordon. I called him the best role player in the league.
So, hold on. So you're saying since the Thunder are the better team going in, supposed to be the better team going into this and have the better defense, we can overlook how the best player, most dominant player in this era of basketball right now has been playing and how and his our expectations for him and his team because the Thunder are so good.
I'm not overlooking it. I think the Thunder not
And that should
dominating the
not be the
series.
focus at all.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it's the bigger story. The bigger story is the Thunder. SGA has nothing. Hold on, listen. SGA has nothing on his hand. Jokic got Finals MVP. Jokic got MVPs. He got all that. I'm looking at it from this perspective. The Thunder, y'all are supposed to be there. Why aren't y'all there? Yes, you can talk about Jokic, but that's not interesting to me. Y'all can talk about it. It's not interesting to me. SGA, you supposed to be on the come up. Thunder, y'all supposed to be on the come up. This is just a bigger storyline to me. Thunder, y'all supposed to be better. You can talk about Jokic as an individual, but Thunder, y'all supposed to be better as a team. Huh?
I would do in the realm of possibilities that the Thunder could still lose in the second round.
That's not a problem to you. You damn near won 70 games. How can y'all criticize the Cavaliers and have no smoke for the Thunder? Y'all want to talk about how bad Jokic is. That's not crazy to y'all. When the Thunder the best team in the league, nobody gave the Nuggets a chance. Nobody, including us. So what's the bigger story? The Thunder not living up to the expectations, or Jokic getting clamped on a team that we didn't even have no damn expectations really getting out the first round? All of us. Because you ain't pick him to get out the first round, Chris. While you up here talking about, oh, let's talk about Jokic. Since these type of arguments Ray like to make, you ain't pick him to get out the first round.
I ain't never. I said, man, the last dominant big we done seen before Jokic was Shaq. That's just a fact. When it comes to just okay, I'm winning MVPs. and I'm the dominant. I'm the most dominant player in the league.
Okay.
If we seen Shaq ever slack in the playoffs, I don't care if they was the favorites or not the favorites. We was gonna hear about Shaq slacking in the playoffs. We
So
didn't care about
Jokic.
what the other team was supposed to
Okay.
do.
Okay.
We cared about what Shaq was supposed to do.
Okay. So the bigger storyline is Jokic stinking it up in this series. That's the biggest storyline of the series
Shooting
so
under
far.
forty
Hey,
percent as a center is always the most important thing to talk about.
uh, when, hey, when Michael Jordan lost to
I'm a
the
jump shooter versus okay, you're a big
But we just
shooting
said,
0
I
for
just
10
said
in
the
a
same thing
game
about
from
Chad, and you
three.
shit on what I just said. He a big
Shooting
too.
0 for 10 in a game from three is crazy as a big.
Okay.
In one game, that's crazy. You gonna sit here and talk about name me the game that Shaq played just as bad as Jokic played in that game.
Ray, where's the story in this? Are you just saying if you want to shit on Jokic, shit on Jokic? But the fact that you don't have nothing to say about the Thunder,
It is
who,
undeniable
who
that
are
he's
just
the
supposed to
best
be just
player
like
in
the
the league.
Cavaliers, who you can't stop
Said it.
shitting on.
We
Thunder
said it's
ain't had no injury.
undeniable. We said it's undeniable that he's the best player in the league and he shoot under 40% in a series. And you said, what's the point? That's the point. You overlooking a center
It's
shooting
two
under
to
40%.
two. One isn't the best team stopping on the team where the best player in the league is playing like ass. How you not stopping him? That's not a bigger story.
We
It's
did
two
we not just
two.
did we,
Jokic's job is not finished yet. Jokic is not. They not down 3-1. They not down 0-2 or
did we
nothing
not
like that.
just sit here? Did we not
is the
just sit here and
Thunder
say both
done?
teams are playing bad?
Is the Thunder done?
This is
Who
what
you
I'm
got
saying.
more faith in?
The Nuggets right now, and that's the problem. Y'all not getting it. How are y'all hyping up the Thunder and they 2-2 with a series where Jokic is shooting 40%? And this team is not even damn near competent when he sucks or he's not in the game.
So how are they winning if he's playing as bad?
So
The Thunder are playing worse, man.
they didn't
Watch
blow
the
him out.
next
They didn't blow him
playing
out.
just as bad as Jokic on the
They didn't,
Thunder.
they didn't blow him out.
What's talking about?
The Thunder didn't blow the Nuggets out. Game 2.
It's 2-2.
So just because it's not 3-1,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
Thunder,
Yes.
and this is over. And this is
I ain't saying it's over.
It's room to
I'm
panic.
saying I expected more from the Thunder. The fact that y'all trying to bring up Jokic, y'all trying to
You
bring up all this other shit.
You expected the young Thunder to come and waltz in and mollywop a championship pedigree
They should
team.
have. Yes, they should have. It's not a championship. You didn't pick them to get out the first round. What the hell? You shouldn't be even talking about this.
Championship
Right?
B&M.
Chris
Championship.
don't get no real talk on this because he didn't pick them to get out the first round. Why you ain't going at Chris?
You act like
Why you not going at Chris?
I picked them losing 7.
Ray, why aren't you going at Chris? Because he didn't even pick the Nuggets to beat the Clippers.
I picked them to lose.
Why you ain't going at him? If that was me, you'd be going at me and say I ain't even pick him.
Not make me into this instigating.
If that was me, you would have been getting on me for not even picking the Nuggets to get out the first round and trying to talk them up and saying, "Oh well, Jokic is playing better. He needs to be better." You ain't picking him to get out the first round. What are you talking about?
Notice my point has not. I can't get past the fact that Jokic has played this bad as the best player in the league. We've never seen the best player. Name me a time we've seen the best play, the undeniable best player in the league play this bad in a series. Name me the last time we've seen that.
I can't think of it. I'm right there with you. I'm not disagreeing with nothing you're saying. But I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, in terms of championships, I think the Thunder looking like they might not be ready, looking like there might not be a juggernaut like we thought they were going to be. I think that's the bigger story. I don't think I'm wrong in saying it. Because y'all are barely in a series, y'all tied in the series where Jokic, who seems like he's the only guy on a team that's going to swing a championship series, y'all stopped them. That's the anytime somebody plays the Nuggets.
And whoever win this series probably gonna go to the finals. That's what we just sat here and said. So you can't undermine.
I didn't say that.
Okay, so we can't undermine this Nuggets team, but if they get past this round, it's more than likely they going to the finals.
Okay, so how? Okay, if the Nuggets win How are we feeling about the Thunder? Because y'all ain't said nothing negative about the Thunder when all these niggas is shooting
If the
bad.
Nuggets win a finals, I can't. What can you say? But if the Nuggets
But
go to the next round and get mollywopped by the Timberwolves, then okay, yes, you can criticize OKC. But if OKC lose to the eventual finals champs, what can you really criticize them with?
they was the best team. Oh, all right. Even though you didn't pick them.
Did you have all this smoke for the Atlanta Hawks when LeBron beat them?
We didn't all be inconsistent and say they was going to make it to the finals. Nobody thought the Hawks was going to make it to the finals. Everybody on this panel said the Thunder was going to make it to the finals. We damn near all tried to guarantee it. We all picked them against the Nuggets. So if somehow the Nuggets beat the Thunder, who you didn't even pick to beat the Clippers in the first round, if the Thunder don't beat them, that's not going to be no talking point. That's crazy. Y'all haven't said nothing about the Thunder being disappointed. It's all about Jokic. That's what I'm saying. I said Jokic just played terrible.
You
I
asked which one was
conceded
the
to that.
biggest story.
But I also pointed out the Thunder. Y'all ain't said shit about the Thunder, and that's
You
where I
asked
don't
which one
understand.
was the bigger story.
Jokic being bad is the bigger story. Okay.
Duh.
We just have to agree or disagree.
Like, name me a time where the absolute best player in the series playing the worst in the series is not going to be the biggest story. You think I care about what a third option is doing when the best player in the whole series supposed to be dominating?
See,
When, Le-
now, go ahead, Chris.
when LeBron lost in 2011, what was the bigger story?
He was the best player and he was on the best team.
Now you moving the goalpost. Now he got to be on the best. Now Jokic got to be on the best
Oh
team.
my
To be a bigger
God.
story.
No, I'm saying
When
who
Kobe blew
picked
that 3-1 lead, what was the biggest story?
nobody. You niggas didn't pick the Nuggets.
When Kobe blew a 3-1 lead, what was the biggest
What
story?
y'all talking about? Y'all acting like y'all picked the Nuggets and y'all standing on. What are y'all
DJ, when
talking about?
Kobe
Y'all picked
blew
the
a
Thunder
3-1
and don't have
lead, when
no
Kobe
smoke for
blew a
the
3-1
Thunder.
lead to a better team, what was the bigger story?
This is egregious.
You don't want to answer
Blowing the
because you don't.
3-1 lead. Blowing the 3-1 lead is always the bigger story.
But
I'm
who
cooking
was the
these
story
niggas. I
about?
don't know what y'all talking about. Huh?
Who was the story about, DJ?
Kobe blew
Kobe
a
or the Lakers?
3-1 lead.
Was it Kobe or the Lakers the biggest story? Which one was getting the blame? Kobe, right? Even though he was on a way less talented team, right? I don't remember nobody even
All right.
criticizing the Suns.
All right. I never
They
seen a
were down
team
3-1. I don't
that's
remember
finna
nobody
win 70
criticizing the
games.
Suns team.
Y'all have more smoke for the Cavaliers than the Thunder. Is crazy.
What you want me to be saying about the Cavaliers are down 3-1? Like what am I supposed to say about them? Yeah, I'm gonna have
It's
more
one
smoke for
game
them.
fucking difference, and we've known the
It's
context of the
2-2.
Cavaliers. The
It's
Thunder.
2-2. You acting like they out of it. They got
All
game
right.
5 at home.
All
They
right.
just showed me something last game by beating them
If
beating
the
them last game.
If the Thunder lose this series, I don't want to hear nobody say anything about the Thunder, SGA, none of that. Don't say nothing.
Well,
Nah,
none
Don't
of them
say
was
nothing.
supposed to
what you
home
mean?
Don't
Don't,
say
game.
nothing.
That's the first
Because
part.
y'all
That's
picked them.
what
the
you
part.
mean? Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Because y'all haven't said nothing now. Y'all ain't even moved off the fact that
I'm
the
not
Jokic
saying that
criticism.
I'm not. I said they just showed me something. Why am I? What do I have to be concerned about? Why are you concerned when they just won?
Because Jokic has been stinking it up and never tied 2-2. If I told y'all that the Thunder through 4 games have held Jokic to 40% from the field and 20% from 3 in 4 games, what would y'all have said? Y'all would say if them niggas swept them dudes, man. It should probably be a 3-1 lead for the Thunder. It should possibly have been a sweep for the Thunder. The fact that y'all are struggling with the Nuggets when Jokic is playing this bad, in my brain, it looks bad, man.
You just say, "Oh, Jokic is playing bad." The rest of the dang Nuggets are playing good. What you want me to do?
Awesome. We talked about the Nuggets have one of the worst supporting casts in the playoffs, man.
See, that's how
they started
that's
5.
where the lies come in because people keep doing that to make Jokic look better than what he is. Or not, no offense. Make Jokic look better. Oh, he doesn't have an all-star teammate.
You,
All these guys are
Chris,
not that good.
using a Ray argument. You didn't pick the Nuggets to get out the first round,
I was
and
comparing
now the
Kobe
Thunder are
Bryant.
struggling
Y'all
with
said
them.
Aaron Gordon was the next contending piece. Now all of a sudden they bombs and nobodies.
We said outside the starting 5. We've always praised the starting 5.
They only played a starting 5 in Westbrook and Peyton Watson and DeAndre Jordan here and there.
You done named the 8-man rotation, which pretty much everybody plays in the playoffs. You said they only play the starting 5, and you named 3 more dudes.
Starting 5 probably plays about 38 minutes, and them other dudes fill up the rest.
I'll give you that, but I don't see why you for sure because me and Ray picked the Nuggets to beat the Clippers.
Okay, I picked them I picked them to lose in 7.
I don't see how y'all still can feel good about the Thunder. I still think the Thunder could win. I don't feel good about it.
I feel good
and I'm leaning Nuggets.
They did. I just saw what they did.
And I'm leaning Nuggets.
Jokic went off.
They came back in the game. The Nuggets came back in the game that they was already losing in. And you happy that the Thunder came back?
Was the game blow up when Jokic went off?
I don't care. I don't care about it. It's only about the results in these
No.
Talk about the blowouts if you want.
What? That just shows that they can contend when Jokic goes off. What you want me to say? I done seen good things from the Thunder. I done seen good things from the Nuggets. I don't have much to say.
This is egregious. This is egregious.
Not egregious. You said if Jokic starts going off, then it's over for the Thunder. When the Jokic went off, they were in the game. Still.
Jokic had a 40-20 game. They won. That was the only really good game.
He had a 40-20 game, and it took everything for them to beat the Thunder, and they weren't even playing that good. Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right, then.
I'm just saying, y'all need the fact that it's hard for me because this is what Boston goes through. Because basically, y'all just said it already. Them niggas already won, right? Like they got their ring. You can use the same thing. Who has more to prove? The Thunder or the Nuggets? To me, the Thunder being on the cusp of being a 70-win team, being looked at as one of the best defensive teams in basketball, having a guy who wants to be the MVP, y'all have the most to lose and gain in this situation. The Nuggets is playing with house money because a lot of people didn't even have them getting out the first round. Jokic
doesn't have anything left to prove. When we sit up here try to elevate Jokic into discussions and rankings and stuff, when he could just waltz in there with his one championship.
I talk about offense.
I
didn't pick him to get MVP. I don't overdo it with Jokic. That's everybody else. I see what you're saying, and people do overdo it with Jokic. I'm not one of them. I do think he's one of the best offensive players I've seen. He probably is one or two. It is what it is.
But no, yeah, go ahead.
But as an all-around player, Jokic falls in right where he needs to fall in, like top 20, top 25. But with all that being said, I'm not finna sit up here and act like the Thunder, who have everybody, they got all these picks, the best young core in the league, SGA's an MVP candidate. I don't see how nobody go beat the Thunder. Now all of a sudden they damn near losing to Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown and Russell Westbrook, and nobody cares. All right. And y'all good guys on the Thunder aren't playing good, and y'all don't have no championship after y'all did go down in the second round last year as the number 1 seed. We not seeing a pattern here. Cleveland Cavaliers, everybody, Ray just got through killing them, and they're dealing with injuries. Thunder ain't dealing with none of that. They just straight up losing, and they in a dog fight with Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, and Russell Westbrook. That's just what's going on, man. Because we just established Jokic ain't been doing shit. That is alarming. To me, maybe I'm stupid. I thought the Thunder was better than what y'all thought the Thunder were.
Jamal Murray ain't been playing good.
He been all right. He ain't been a championship run, Jamal Murray. He been all right, getting about 19 points a game. He's all right. But we not. But it could just be me, man.
All right.
Warriors in T-Wolves, I was trying to get some more. I was trying to get us to halftime, but we finna have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Rate anything.
Yeah,
Warriors
60.
up 60, 58 a half.
Pacers
If they
at
lose,
5.
Pacers at 5. That's crazy.
well,
Well, it probably will happen.
okay. So if the Celtics lose, Cavaliers lose, and the Thunder lose, who's going to be in the most trouble going into next year? Who we losing the most faith in? Celtics, Thunder, Cavs.
Cavs.
Y'all just hate the Cavs. Okay.
I don't know. What am I supposed to get? How much better can they be?
You could talk yourself in.
Only reason I agree with that, Cleveland, they're the most likely to break that team up.
I agree, but at least Cleveland, you could go into next year being like, man, I at least could blame some stuff on injuries. These other two teams, man, y'all got outplayed. I got to talk myself into saying, hey, man.
But that's the same excuse they had the year before. Like, is that an excuse? Like, that's the worst excuse to have. Is that we're injured all the time is why we didn't succeed. I don't want you on my team if that's gonna be our excuse. Like, if the only excuse I ever have is, oh, we're injured. Like, we're injured. Like, that's the worst excuse to have why you lost the game.
It's understandable, but
you don't let the Clippers having that same excuse.
I think the worst excuse is we just wasn't good enough and we damn near won 70 games, like the Thunder. If the Thunder lose to the Nuggets after almost winning 70 games, have one of the best regular seasons ever, then you had a player that had one of the best individual seasons ever, and we couldn't beat the Nuggets with Jokic playing like trash, fully healthy. I think that might be a little bit more. I feel a little bit more skeptical about that. That's just me. I think
you don't think
it's the Thunder.
You don't think they still have room to grow?
Last year we said that they got better, and this time they're going out in the second round again. This time to a worse team. Because you would say the Nuggets is worse than the Mavericks from last year.
Nobody was saying that last year.
Nuggets went on the first. Who they lost to the Timberwolves last year, and the Mavericks beat them. So what are we doing?
Now the Timberwolves in a gunfight.
Yeah, they sticking it up. They I didn't expect too much of the Timberwolves really this year anyway. But they start looking good. But if they lose this, it still be egregious. But it's just like
I think they'll get the 3-1. We'll see.
But it's not even just it's not even just that. Like Ray said earlier, y'all must be blowing these niggas out, man.
And these are NBA players, man. We can't even.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yes, these NBA players, but everybody not created equal, bro. Niggas say you go to the park, get the hoop, and hey, we all at the park. Man, nah, some niggas suck compared to other niggas at the park. Like we gotta stop with all that, man. Niggas say, bro, sports is one thing you will see who's better than who, and you will see it very fast. But yeah. This is another episode of Hoop Stories. I'm D Ball. That's Chris. That's Ray. We are gone.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind. Need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line. Any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.